Welcome back for today's college basketball pick video play for February 26, 2019. In this one, going to be talking about this Mountain West Conference matchup between San Diego State and Utah State, and we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value against the spread. The home team, Utah State, actually coming in as quite large favorites here, giving about 8.5 points. Of course, Utah State has a tremendous home court advantage. They could really use a solid win here today, given their place on the NCAA tournament bubble. But the road team, San Diego State, has actually arguably been the best team within the Mountain West Conference over the past month of action. Of course, you're always going to give the nod to Nevada being the best team in this league this season. But San Diego actually during the stretch also has a win over Nevada on their resume. They've gone on to win 8 out of their last 9 games in their last outing, coming through in a tough battle on the road against UNLV by a final of 60-59. But during the stretch, the Aztecs, like I said, that recent win last week at home against Nevada, and also a few weeks back on their home court, taking on this Utah State team and coming through in a competitive battle by a final of 68-63. Now, the Aztecs, they have the talent to beat anyone within the MWC. Unfortunately for this San Diego State group, they didn't pick up enough in the way of strong resume-building wins back during the non-conference to really give them a great shot at an at-large bid. But perhaps this group can make another run come the Mountain West Conference tournament like they were able to do a year ago. On the season, the Aztecs, they're 18-9 overall, 10-4 within conference, and they're looking up right now. The only 2 teams above them in their league have been Nevada and Utah State. Now the Aggies, 22-6 overall, 12-3 within conference. I'd love to see this team get a chance to get into the NCAA tournament as an at-large bid, and really to get a lot of these high-quality mid-major teams into the big dance. I wish that they would reform it a bit where these big conference teams, the Power 5 conference types, I think that they should put a rule in place personally where those teams have to get at least a 500 record during the regular season within their own conference to get an at-large selection, because it just seems every year we see these teams that are, 2, 3, 4 games below 500 in their own conference, and they're getting selected over teams like a Utah State that have had just a tremendous amount of success both within and outside of their league. But the Aggies, their numbers this year, very solid. They're averaging over 78 points per game, giving up around 66 in their last outing, coming through on the road, picking up yet another road win, which is another thing that these mid-major teams typically have a better case in terms of their resume as opposed to Power 5 teams. They usually have to go on the road into these tough places, not necessarily strong resume building wins against elite opponents, but still, anytime you travel and go into these environments in college basketball D1 level, it's going to be a tough situation. And Utah State, they have picked up their fair share of road victories. We saw that again from them in their last outing against Boise State, grabbing that victory by a final of 78-71. We expect this to be a very interesting matchup. Utah State, it's a revenge game for them after falling on the road against San Diego State a few weeks ago, and that's actually the only loss that the Aggies have taken in well over a month. We expect this to be a competitive matchup, and the fact that San Diego State, they've been red hot. They're getting 8.5 points in this one against a team that they've already beaten. It just feels like too good to pass up on. So we're going to take the road team, siding with San Diego State, getting those 8.5 points as the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our picks for today's action over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.